Gossip Girl is an insane show. I'm going to tell you my hot takes on Gossip Girl. For those of you who don't know what Gossip Girl is, it is basically a show set in the early 2000s in New York, and it's all about rich people and their daily lives. To get more in depth, it goes deeper than that. There's people sleeping with each other, there's scandals, there's rich people doing terrible things, and rich people doing weird things also. Now, I watch all different types of shows, and Gossip Girl was one of the shows that I thought I wasn't going to like, but it's actually really good. I'm on season 3, and although there are 24 episodes in each season, there is so much storyline and backstory and just so much to dig into and to talk about. So I had to stop watching it and I had to hit record because there's a lot I want to talk about. The first thing on my list is that Selena looks like Melissa Benoist. She played a character named Marley in my favorite show of all time, Glee. And I just think they have so many similarities, from the mannerisms and the way that they talk and the way that they treat their loved ones. In the first season, Serena definitely gave me that vibe of Marley. Second thing is that Blair low-key looks like Laura Morano. Now, she plays a character, Allie, off of Austin and Allie, and I think they kind of have the same face and same head structure, and I don't know, she just kind of looks like her to me. Now, the next thing that I put on my list was that they should have ended season 1 at episode 10, but now that I'm on season 3, I can recognize that they should have ended the seasons at multiple points within each of them. I think they go on forever, and I know back then shows were actually giving us a lot of content, but the way the storylines go and end and then restart, I feel like more seasons could have been in there and it could have started much differently than it did. Now, I love Penn Badgley, and I just got finished watching season 5 of You. And by just, I mean I watched it all the same day it came out. So not just, because that was like a week ago, I think. So yeah. Anywho, I think that Dan should not have broken up with Serena. I think he was just insecure and biased and kind of mean when it came to her background and his background and how well they meshed together. Now, the part of the storyline when Aaron was introduced, he was the first boyfriend, I believe, after Dan, and he annoyed me so much. They kissed like every 5 seconds you saw them together. It's like they couldn't give them enough dialogue or a better background and storyline, that they just had to make it weird. I do think that if they gave him a better storyline and, they gave him more lines or whatever, he could have been a good character and maybe he would have stayed longer in the show. Or maybe not. I don't know. When I initially saw the show and when I was introduced to Serena, I thought she was going to play a dumb blonde. Now, as many of us know, or a lot of us do, I'm not sure if you do, but we know how Blake Lively is when it comes to her characters and how demanding she is about how everything should be within her role and her time being on set. So I'm not sure if she had that much influence in 2007 when the show came out or not, but I really feel like her character was supposed to be dumb. Nonetheless, Serena's character is extremely dumb when it comes to her relationships and all of the boyfriends she has. Now, I will give it to her now within season 3. She's a little bit more better, a little demanding and whatnot. It was really hard to watch her just go through her relationships so stupidly. Now, this may be one of the few times you hear me say this, but Blair Waldorf was right about Vanessa being a hater. Once she popped up as Dan's best friend and she's known him forever, and she was kind of all up on him and hating that he was with Serena, I'm like, okay, yeah, Blair, Blur knows what she's talking about. If you want to hear the next parts, because there's a long list of my hot takes on Gossip Girl, definitely like, subscribe, put on those notification bells because, I post a lot, and comment too. I love talking to commenters and getting their ideas on stuff. And hopefully, some of you guys will say some of the things I'm going to say, and no spoilers too. But definitely subscribe because there are more videos to come. Bye.